Welcome back, fellow geeks, to 100 Days of Horror by City of Geek. My name is Bob, and I am today talking about my number 76, One Cut of the Dead. As noted in the 75 review for Santa Clarita Diet Season 3, I am doing this on YouTube Live because I can't find my SD card for my phone. Oh, not my phone, my camera. Oops. I'll probably find it after we do this, and that light looks really awful now, and I got that ding. I should turn off the sound. Do that real fast. Now with the hopefully it doesn't stop the sound on this recording. If it does, let me know. It looks like it's popping up in the end there. So and then I went and got some light because the track lights are out, and now I see it looks really awful. So oh well, such is life. I'm here talking about movies and not making them, right? So One Cut of the Dead is my number 76 for 100 Days of Horror. And if you don't know what 100 Days of Horror is, it's when we're watching 100 horror films here at City Geek that we haven't seen in the days leading up to Halloween, posting our results daily. Mine are all these video reviews that I've been posting up, but everyone else is doing written reviews at our over at cityofgeek.com. You can follow the link when I put that up. If you're watching live, I see you have one person, which is probably just me. You can find that at cityofgeek.com, or go to the Facebook group and you can see everything there, as I've been keeping everything updated over time. I'm going away for a couple of days, so I'm going to try and get caught up to today with these reviews. We'll see what happens. This should be like 6 reviews because it's really day 80 something, and actually I finished my 100 days yesterday, so I'm actually really, really far ahead. So I'm doing reviews for movies I watched a while back, but I still want to talk to him about it. Anyway, this is One Cut of the Dead, which premiered this year on Shudder. Now, it's technically 2017, where it was released in, released before, and that one viewer went away. Oops. Went away, then released originally in Japan in 2017, then made the festival circuit. Now it came on Shudder this year. And now is the time that's available for American audiences, or me. I'm going to put out as 2019. It is on Shudder, so you can stream it if you have Shudder. If you don't have Shudder, pay the $4 a month and just do it. Now, One Cut of the Dead is written and directed by I'm bad with names, so I just wrote it down. Shinichiro Yuda, and it's based upon a play. And I absolutely loved this movie. And here comes the light coming in. That's kind of weird. I need to work on this more. Sorry. And I wish I can edit. Sorry, guys. But anyway, this movie is one of my favorite movies of the year. I know I say that for a lot of different movies, but I am kind of easy to please in many ways. So when I really don't like something, I really don't like something. But One Cut of the Dead, you can look at in 2 different ways. Of the 37-minute first non-cut 37-minute zombie short, and even that as itself is really impressive. Coming in, that's all I really knew what to expect. So you have this 37-minute long take of a zombie movie. It's looks like it's kind of meta, in which they're in this story, they're filming a zombie movie when the zombies actually attack, and so you have that going on as they move through this abandoned warehouse that they're filming in, this abandoned power plant that they're filming at, and that's really impressive as it is. When you have a single take in something, or the Children of Men or Russian Ark or anything to that effect, it's always really impressive how it does it, how the camera moves around, and the effects that they do off screen, like even as things move around a particular space and you come back to the same space, and things are changed and things are different. It's always really impressive to me of how you can do that and how you can make it work. As if you're looking at just the first 37 minutes, it's still incredibly impressive with the film as it's presented, with some pretty good gore for what they're going at. It's really funny. It's hysterical as a short. This actual movie within the movie ultimately is really well done, really funny. Decent amount of character for that, but then again, it's all about what's happening there. But I did have a lot of fun watching it, not knowing where things are going to go from there. If you don't want to know the next portion of that for 37 minutes, that'll be time to turn off. Just knowing that everything else is great. If you just want a one-take zombie movie and you're fine with that, just watch 37 minutes, turn it off. If you want to look into possible spoilers, everything comes later, I'm going to go right into that now, in which the back half of the movie is the making of that first part. Now, this isn't a regular behind-the-scenes documentary, but a filmed take on how it was made. So you have actors playing the directors and everything so you get like a couple of different layers on top there. You get this meta look of how to make a zombie movie, as they go through the issues of every step to make this 37-minute long single take, and how they made it, and the issues they had while filming it and making it. I wonder how much came from the truth and how much was written in this way. but like almost if they like filmed 37 minutes first and then went back. But of course, based on a play, so probably not. But it's a really great look at the creative process of making a movie and the way everything has to go into there, and from the script process and the casting to this. And then that's the second act, which is kind of a little slower, doesn't really quite work. But if you're kind of starting to check out a little bit during the second act of as they go through the making of the setup, stick around because the third act is just as wonderful as the first, in which we see the beginning, the first act, the 37 minutes from a different point of view as they have their own issues and they're working their way through them, and you kind of seeing the same thing you saw from a different angle, with everything goes on beyond. I equate it to Noises Off. It's a play, I know it's a movie too. If you've seen that, it kind of the same way. In the first beginning of Noises Off, you see the actual play that's being presented, and then in a little bit you see how everyone interacts when the play's not going on. Then you see the same thing with different point of view. Everything goes wrong and everyone tries to make it work, and that's what I really appreciated about this, because of how much fun it has with the things that go wrong as you try and make something, in this case a movie, but it can work just as well as a play. Anything that's going to take place over a single period, and everything that goes wrong in that. The gags work, the gore in the first half works, the zombie movie itself works, but then everything that comes into it makes things even more delicious. I want to go back and watch that first 37 minutes again so I can see how everything kind of came together and knowing what's behind everything. So I'm going to recommend One Cut of the Dead with a solid A. I know I gave that for the last couple things too, but it's on the streak. Watch it on Shudder. Pay that $4. Watch it on Shudder. And of course, like, comment, subscribe to everything here. Go to City of Geeks, see everything else that we're working on. The videos normally look a little bit better than this, obviously, because fix a slight between this and the next video. And be sure to go over to YouTube. This is YouTube. Go over to iTunes, subscribe to our podcast. Putting up another one today for a Halloween favorite. So go and check that out and look at everything we're working on. Thank you for watching, and thank you for putting up with the weird everything going on with YouTube Live. And thank you for speaking geek with us about One Cut of the Dead. Go watch it. Bye. End stream. Ooh, the strings. I'm gonna say that every single